And welcome to the stream. My name is Lee. Sorry, the thingy's itchy. My name is Lee, and we are live. Let me just do a thing real quick. Okay. So, as you know, where's the palette? Oh, look. Greyhawk online. Okay. We're just gonna get shoe. Yes. And shoe. Thank you. Boom. There we go. Because I'm cool like that. So, welcome to the stream. My name is Lee. And hang on. I'm still getting the stream set up because you know how it is. In the meantime, stream time. Yes, Nitro is very cool. I got it. My plan is to go to here. Yes, I know. Boom. Okay. Let's go to Good Morning Greyhawk. Oh, a new gray house. So every, if you know, my arm is itchy. If you know my tendency, then you would know that I used to do it on Mondays. Now we've taken to more doing it on Wednesdays. Every Wednesday I come first thing in the morning and do a Greyhawk stream. And on my Greyhawk stream, I edit the Greyhawk wiki. Hello! Uncother! You're the one who was in our Friday Night Crusades game. Welcome. I'm just getting a few things set up, but here, let me check this out. We can do this one. I'll get up Anna's map for now, because Anna's map is awesome. What we've been doing fairly recently, because North Kingdom Relaster, here we go, is trying to fill in the gaps about Unsea and Roland, and that area of the Flyness, because it doesn't have a lot. In fact, neither Unsea nor Roland had any Wikipedia entries until, we put them there. So, my plan for today was to do a, my usual Good Morning Greyhawk, which is where we edit the wiki and this. Okay, let me start with There we go. The only reason this has a page is because, let's see. What we need to do on that front is go to, I think I have it under, if I don't have it on my downloads. Apparently not properly. Okay. In which case, we need to go and find it over here. We go to the bibliography. Oh, hey! Someone fixed the bibliography for us. No, wait, hang on. This one. I don't know. Should we give Amara her own Greyhawk page? That is an important question, which we need to answer. But first, for the 5th, links. Here we go. So, we're going to be able to snag the, and our little table. Okay, so we have a history section. Probably a geography. Oh, we don't have the picture yet. Christoph said he put in a picture. It hasn't yet, so we might have to actually do that. The only tricky part was getting a good scale on the map, because Anna's maps are the only ones I have to do pictures with. So, there's that. Okay, and then we can notable individuals. Ooh, there's some really interesting. Okay, so here's what we do. We go to here. We might have to do it. Should be. Yep. Here we go. I have a copy. Hang on. Of the PDF here. So we do this, and what we then do is, oh good, it's just a matter of flanking. Hang on, let me, which one are we using for that one? I've put so many desktop audio, this one, we're using this one. Okay, so there we go. Ta-da! Learning how to stack your inputs is a big part of successfully streaming on Twitch. That and, being personable helps too. But in terms of the visual, that's an important theory. Okay. Here we go. Now, what we can do, go to the PDF. Open it up. Come on. There we go. Okay. So we're going free cities, which is page 99. You can do. It's a little handy trick. You can do that. Sea Barons. The free cities. Here we go. Relastra, Unsea, and Roland have much in common, though they certainly have their differences too. Each is walled, a trading post, and the power center of the lands over which they lay claim. Each has high rulership and a tyrannical system of government. Each maintains its own small fleet of coastal defense vessels. Okay, that's good to know. Maldi proclaims independence from Roxas. The cities have a definite alliance. That's called the Solnar Compact, which there's mutual understanding between them that, should one fall, the others would be jeopardized. Thus, political emissaries travel from city to city, keeping their rulers in touch and showing formal marks of mutual respect. For all their differences, their fates are intertwined. Finally, the term city is something of a misnomer so far as Roland is concerned, since the place is but a town, but it has its pretensions. Drax the Invulnerable. Okay. And cost multiplier is what I'm guessing is some sort of inflation gauge. Okay. Interesting. I feel like we should... Alright, so Roland. Then we go down and we... apart from a small dwarf and gnome settlement there, the Gull Cliffs is riddled with caves and natural passages. There are certainly several magical locations. Okay, so there are other areas in the city. Grilled. Unsea, here we go. Major access route across Roland. Okay, so those are areas within the land of Roland that get of some strategic importance. But now we got Unsea. Letting Mara trying to... Okay. Effectively independent with Drax's blessing. Since he sees no threat from his quarter. Drax is certain his treaties with Unsea allow him to call upon it in time of war. Still pays an annual tribute to Alastor, so its ruler must be careful how she behaves to the city. Oh! Still paying a tithe. Okay. Claims little in the way of lands, and most of what she does claim is the Lone Heath, an area where Unsea's writ does not run far. Mara is a noble-born woman of the house of Garaseth, and makes sure that her house affiliations are as close as possible. She accepted the rulership of the city some 15 years ago when her husband died. Okay, hang on. The question of 15 years ago, that is going to be tricky because we're going to have to figure out when the book is set. That is going to complicate things. Thank you. Oh, that does complicate things. But, alright, so... technically, also the Lord High Maris as well is an ancient one from the Despot of Unsea. Astrological connotations and astrologers and diviners always have been among the advisors to the rulers here. The city's College of Divinations has many of them wearing traditional blue cloaks lined with red silk and motorboard hats, which makes them look either academically impressive as they see themselves or fairly ridiculous as everyone else sees them. Such flourishes are unusual. This is a city of legendary mean and tight-fisted people. Even the priests of non-evil powers charge heftily for their services in the matter of healing, removing curses, and the like. Buying any goods at Unsea's an ordeal. For addition to high prices, the vendors will inspect coinage with an attitude which screams at the buyer that he distrusts him. Vendors tend to count coins at least 4 times, asking any unseen for directions. Such and such a place will inevitably draw the reply, give us a comment and I'll tell you. Unseens have contempt for anything which smacks of art, culture, or overindulged learning. This is inevitably referred to as being like Roxas, or if faced with someone who's a bard, artist like the joiner. You be from Roxas then? Roxas is regarded as an ultimate sinkhole of depraved self-indulgence and effed verminous ne'er-do-wells, so it stands in good stead for this kind of comment. The attitude is both Unsea's great strength and weakness. Its strength is reflected in the hard-working nature of Unseans and its disciplined defense, and protections of the city. Its city walls, aqueducts, and sewers protect not just against pirates or invaders, but against disease and ill health. There you go. The splendid, though functional exchange markets as well are well laid out and commerce is well regulated. Dishonesty is rare, so this keeps merchants coming back despite the traumas of dealing with Uncians. The weakness of this attitude is that Unci has no history of scholarship or wizardry. Any child showing aptitude for such pastimes will earn his parents a query from the neighbors to spend him to Roxas for school and then. Studiousness is usually beaten out of children fairly early in life. This is even true for wealthier merchants and artisan classes. In turn, this means that the Trine almost always has imported mercenary wizards or invited promising young Garaseth wizards or two from elsewhere. Thus, rulership is compromised, for the Trine is, crucially reliant on outsiders in key positions. Amara is well aware of this and has made sure that her court mage, Svenner, and his group of apprentices are everything they want. Have everything they want. Treat the wizards well and they'll stay. And his group of, that's costly, for wizards have a taste for rare, exotic, and expensive ingredients for their researches. However, Amara judges that it's worth it. Otherwise, Amara has centered her rulership of Unci very effectively. Initially disliked by the military of the city, she has charmed their leader, Theoden Semmer, and made sure that they're well paid. Always important to pay your army. Okay. Semmer's title of that of Supreme... Here, let me see if I can't bump this up. There we go. Supreme Phalangist, as a range of odd formal titles for people of important positions. The city treasurer is known as Grand Chancellor and Keeper of the Rolls, the latter a reference to the way accounts are recorded and stored. Amara has one key ally, a priest of Weejas, Selenden. Selenden is Lady Warden of the College of Divinations, and her presence is strong and unsettling. Yeah, this is the College of Divinations again. She seems able to read the thoughts of any she meets with absolute ease. The cold, formal priestess makes most folk feel certain that the Trine knows everything they're up to, so this helps subdue any possible opposition to Amara's rule. However, given her careful dealings with privileged and powerful in her city, she does not need to fear such opposition. Lastly, though Unci... Basil is southern base for the light cavalry of Unci, which patrols the margins of the Lone Heath. Also the site of the lighthouse, which acts as a beacon for vessels approaching Relastra from the north of Unci, or Unci from the south. Relastra from the north, or Unci from the south. There are ragged, rocky inlets. Okay, so... Hang on. I promised there was a whole point to me reading. Other than it's very interesting, and Relastra lore, or Unci or lore is fascinating, and Carl Sargent is a good writer. It is... there is more purpose to that than this. Although, if you watch the stream enough, you know that I'll often indulge by reading out large sections of lore stuff because it's interesting. Lastly, though Unci is a puritanical and mean city, it has a sprinkling of visitors, as all of the southern port cities and towns do. Dulstranders sometimes trade here, likewise do men from Darman lands, the Sea Barons, and one or two Hempenlanders. There's no specific foreign quarter in the city, as there is in Relastra, but there are hostelries and dockside taverns which cater mostly to travelers, merchants, and seafarers. Because Unci has a reputation as a place where walls don't have ears, and since Uncians are so pragmatic and uninterested in anything which smacks of the exotic or intrigue, many of them speak more freely of their travels and events across the land than they would elsewhere. Adventurers seeking to hire vessels to travel eastward without being traced should choose Unci as their first port of call. Interesting. Okay, so how to parse this? This is the question, isn't it? How do we... put that into this. Okay. Let me look at the map. If we're gonna go geography next, we're gonna look at the map. Between Relastra and Roland. That's where Basil is. Hang on, wait, Basil is on the Relastra side of the border, according to this map. That's interesting. Okay. Hang on. Math time. This is where we ask Christoph for math time. But, unless, well, anyhow, let me see. Oh, what? Okay, we need to figure out what the deal with this island is, but that's a whole separate, probably a whole separate topic of research, and I'm already bitten off more than I could chew with the free cities that aren't Relastra, because there's nothing on them. So why don't we start, okay. Okay, so geography is, let's see. It's probably a southern, the Spindler Files. Okay, so it's probably, just to the south of the Sea Barrens. Okay. Okay, so controls a chunk of the Lone Heath. It's about equidistant, honestly. Yeah. On the, I don't know how to explain a bulge. Let's see. How about Solinar Ocean? Alright, let's see. Alright. The city of Muncie is located Solinar. How do we spell? Question is how to spell Solinar. Solinar, I believe. Is it Solinar? Hang on, I just have to check the check something. Solinar. Yeah. Solinar. It is the Solinar. Okay. Beautiful. Unless to Solinar Ocean. Okay, to Western Auric. Okay, so it wraps, of course, around the world. That's how geography works. Solinar. Okay, so beautiful. Solinar Ocean. Sorry, equidistant between Relastra the ruler very little territory, right? So, a hub for trade between... Yes. Okay. Okay, we're gonna do this. Ah, Lone Heath does have a page. Good to know. Alright, so we got that going for us. Cityscape, travel, people, government, heraldry, economy, resources, trade. Okay. Alright. So that's a start, anyway. Our goal is to make this a whole, like, thing. Less than a stub. How to do that? We're working on it. Alright, population, demographics, notable individuals, religion, languages. Okay, government. Out of curiosity, let me just... I know it's not necessarily important, but... Marshland and scrubland. The city monument claims the wetlands as part of their territory. Okay. So, did good. Alright. Alright, why don't we go with government, and then we can put, 15 years prior to 1993. Okay, so, I think Living Greyhawk had a year-for-year conversion rate. And I need to figure out... Hang on. If we go to here... there needs to be a... Okay, hang on. Okay, hang on. Okay, hang on. No, that's in the wiki itself. So if that's the, hang on. Um, um, Greyhawk date to Earth. All right, we need someone who knows how to do that to help me out with this. But, what we could do. Okay, first we're gonna just start with the fact that she is in charge and go from there, right? We don't have to edit everything out at once. The city of is run by Lady, does she have a last name? Does Lady Amira of the, oh, the family, right. There was something about, no, Geraldine Unzi, okay. Gareth's death. Lady Amara of... Okay, so Lady Amara of... Health... Lord High Mayoress... who takes the Trine of Unsea, and also Lord High Mayoress... divinations, has many of them. Okay, astrologers and diviners. Okay, yes. Despite, that's the one impracticality that is allowed of to be exist. Okay, so we got that going. All right, let's... Is, Lady, of House, House, no, which house is she of? Hang on, let me, Lady Amara of House, Gareth's death. Darman, Gareth's death, born to House Darman, though she... Yes, okay, we should probably mention that. Okay, that's just on the screen. Okay. Gareth's death. I mean, you should probably mention that she was born to House other Darman, but renounced her allegiance to them. Um, allegiance to them. Okay. Her official title is Trine of Unsea. Alright, her official title is Trine of Unsea. By the... Okay, what's the college? The... Colleges of Divinations. A title, I don't know if it's granted by the College of Divinations, but, how do they explain it? An ancient title, an ancient title title with astrological connotations. Connotations. Here we go. She also holds the title yes, of she also holds the title of what else? Lord High Mayoress, sorry. She also holds the title of Lord High Mayoress. It's important. Of Lord High Mayoress. She into power you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna do that. 15 years previously. She, like most rulers, of Unsea previously, seeks the advice of the city's college, the astrologers and diviners of the She also apports her she also has her appointed court mage, and what else does she have? Right, we okay. Spencer, let's see. Lady Warden. Okay, hang on. Selenden. Do we spell Lady Selenden right? Sel-N. Two N's. Yep. Sel-N and two N's, right. Lady Warden of the College of Divinations. Priest of Weejas. I believe that's how you spell Weejas, yes? Weejas, yes. Okay. Alright, so... Okay. Always good to have these things. Hi! Hello, I didn't see your chat. Raquel, welcome. Sorry I didn't see you. I've been, we're editing Unsee. So, the, here, let me show, we have this, let me, it's, Avid the Undying, published, it counts as published because it was kind of published post, it was kind of about to be published by Wizards, and they had it all written up, everything, and then they decided Greyhawk was no longer a thing they wanted to do, and just kind of ditched it. It's by Carl Sargent, 1993. I've been working off of that because it's one of the few, places with good detailed, notes on Unsee, which, didn't have a wiki page. So I've been going through and trying to siphon over what's known about Unsee from here to the wiki page. And I'm going to do the same with Roland and probably a few other places of note in the area, because the Solnar Compact really has nothing other than, Rel Astra has a decent page, and then there's a passing mention of Roland and Unsee, but no pages on them. So I set out to fix that, and hence we're doing intensive research on Unsee from Carl Sargent's Ivid the Undying. I usually go for hour-long streams, but I never have either, to be fair, although it seems quite interesting from what I've gathered. It seems like quite a nice city, and I might be tempted to use it in other times. The only time I ever actually ran in Greyhawk, I ran in Hardby, so pre-Greyhawk Wars, Hardby, where it was independent, at least, and struggling to stay that way. But, yeah, so far, learned all sorts of things. It's led by Lady Amara. She's of the house of Garaseth, although she married into the house and then assumed rulership after her husband's death, having denounced any ties to her blood family as part of that, because they were rival to the ruling family that she was allegedly she'd married into. So to take the rulership, she renounced all ties. She's very close with the priestess of Weejas, who is head of the school of the College of Divination, which is like the only college. Any other field of study that is not strictly practical is almost unheard of within Unsee, apparently. So what ends up happening is they have to import wizards, which creates a strategical complication. I've been getting to that. But right now, I am going over their let's see. She's charmed their Leo Theoden. Oh, it is quite interesting. So Theoden, hang on. Theoden. Nope. Grelden, Theoden, hang on. Oh, it Oh, that's why it's confusing. I'm getting Theoden. I'm overcorrecting for Semmer. Theoden Semmer. Okay. So Theoden Semmer, who is Theoden. Let me see if Theoden with two N's? Theoden. Theoden. Hang on. Semmer. Semmer is head of the... Okay, he's head of the let's see, military, and has the title of, what's his cool title? He has a fancy title. Supreme Phalangist. I don't know what the title Supreme Phalangist means, but, you know, that's the head of the military's title. Has a range of odd formal titles. Yes. Okay, so... Okay, Chancellor and Keeper of the Rolls, which we don't have a name for, so we're gonna ignore that for now. Oh! Hi, Christoph, you're here! Excellent, excellent, excellent. I need your advice. I need your expertise. So, Avid the Undying was written in 1993, or for publication in 1993, right? Now, there's a conversion rate for when dates are happening, so that when they say 15 years prior in something published in 1993, that links to a specific date in Greyhawk, and I need to, I don't think you missed much, but, I need to know what date, 1993 corresponded to in that, Greyhawk calendar, marching on vibe. And then if 1993 corresponded, then we go back 15 years, and then we know what year Lady Amara's husband died. He was of House Gareth, which was the one that runs the city of Unsea. She married into the house, but then gave up all... when he died and she took control, she renounced... loyalty to her birth house to get that to happen. Dang. Well, is there any way of knowing, like, would he have put it anywhere? Do you know where I would look? Okay. 585. Okay. Which would put, CY, yes, I knew what you meant. 585, which, 15 years is, okay, 570 CY. We're going to put 570 CY. And then I put a little asterisk, right? And then we can put a little asterisk at the bottom of here. On, Undying. There. That way we can, of course it's in the minor details of the books, because Throne forbid they should make anything, you know, very obvious when they keep referencing past and present events and number of years since the present, and then you don't specify which date the present is. Oh? Okay. His title of Supreme Phalangist. He took... oh. 585. Beautiful. Well, in which case we don't even need to... Oh. All right. That's what you get for going through and not looking at the top. Which, okay, I commend. 585. All right. I should have just... that was my next plan of attack. Beautiful. So she took charge before Unsi was... Because if Unsi... Alright, so if the Greyhawk Wars were in... had just finished, right? And they really... The city didn't really... The break between Relastra and the other... I know, but I should have at least read the earlier stuff. Good to know, though. That was my next plan, was to go back in the book and try to find some note of years if I couldn't ask you. And I guess we kind of did both, so here's to that. Boom. Okay. Yeah, teamwork makes the dream work. All right, so so she was, that means Lady Amira was put in place in 570, not 1970. Very different year. 570, which was, 570 was, before the Greyhawk Wars. So that is interesting. So she still pays tithes to Relastra. They're still technically, Drax has kind of given them the blessing to be independent, but they're still kind of paying tithes because, protection money and all that. Relastra's got the biggest military of all of the Solinar Compact members, so there's that. Oh, yes. Phalangist. Before Lady Amira came to power, it doesn't specify how far before, but he was in charge when she did that, and then she had to win him over. He at first didn't like her. Her, how did she... I think it was just... I mean, it's true. 1970 and 570... 1970 and 570, very different years. Also, it depends on Earth. Like, 570 in Earth was 500 years post. Was still the height of the Roman Empire, or at least the very beginning of the fall. Byzantium definitely hadn't fallen by then. I don't know if it had split. Yeah, I think Rome had fallen, but Byzantium hadn't, and then 1970 was, just post-Vietnam kind of, hippie vibes. I think, let's see, that was, JFK was assassinated in 1968, so LBJ was still president. Anyway, that's in the U.S. anyway, and the Soviets were still around in that part of the world, and it's the height of the Cold War. But in Orth, I don't even know where Orth's going to be in 1970. Like, yeah, no, I know Orth and Earth are different. I'm figuring years still pass at 365 days, and days are still 24 hours. So hypothetically, they still go at similar rates. They kind of, at least I think the days and the years are similar. I know the days are still 24 hours. I don't know about years, but Orth is going along on its own path, doing its own thing, circling at its own rate, with their own people doing their own thing, and history is just happening differently because that's how history happens, it happens differently, and calendars get taken out and reset, and all that jazz on Earth as well. But I don't think in 570 they were using the calendar that 570 would be that year in, because weirdness like that. But oh, do you know what happens in 1970 CY, 500 years after? Okay. Greyhawk 2000. Oh, wow. There is a whole alternate future setting. Wow. Dang, okay. Future of Greyhawk. All right. United Counties of Ernst is Greyhawk. Okay. Dang. All right. Wow. Okay. Very cool. Dwarven Empire, which controls all the mountains from the Barrier Peaks to the north, through the Crystal Mist and the Suhalt, and south into Hellfire fires, having left the Southern Alliance. Dang, alright. That is kind of cool and awesome, and I did not know that existed. Okay. Oh, right. Sorry, I know. Back to... Oh, and I have to make my frickin'... Okay, hang on. Give me 3 seconds. Okay, it's gonna be more than 3 seconds, but I remembered that, distraction on distraction. I remembered that I was supposed to be, I never actually got Streamlabs set up after I had to tweak Twitch, so all my thingies that I got. No, it's very interesting. I am glad I learned about it. But I was also going to do Up to Her as his troops. Both he and his troops were well paid. Okay. Okay, that's a really weirdly, horribly ordered, yes. Hang on. Nope. Cloudbot. Commands. Hang on, let me try something real quick. No. Hang on. Let me, Let me check something. Nope, still not there. Okay, I have to figure out how to get it to go in, but... Alright. Apparently yes. The problem is Anna doesn't have... I had a whole, system set up. Like, Anna doesn't have a real, I mean, I'm sure she has a, thing, but I had, alright, there we go. There we go. Alright. Never mind. I had a Streamlabs, a bot that did a shout out for Anna that showed her Patreon page, I think it was, and had a few other commands that I wanted to that I had imported on Streamlabs that never... My skill at streaming is not good, and I had that. I could do shout out for username, but I don't know. That's a Twitch shout out. I suppose I could do that. Oh, plus it has to... That only works if Anna's in chat, which she rarely is. Yeah, the shoutouts only work if Anna is in chat, which, you know. Good to know, though. Okay, focus. Focusing. We're practicing. I know. Let me just go back here. Make sure his troops were well paid. Okay. We're gonna have to... That is, is... Yes. Okay. Is arcane magic. Alright, hang on. Yes, we're gonna go to the Archmage now. Her, so, fun thing about, okay. Has no history of scholarship or wizardry. Any child showing an aptitude for pastime will earn his parents' query from the neighbors. You're sending him to Roxas for schooling then? Studiousness is usually beaten out of children fairly early in life. This is true even for the wealthier merchant artisan classes. In truth, this means that Trine almost always has to import mercenary wizards or invited... Almost always has imported mercenary wizards or invited the promising young Garisteth wizard or two from elsewhere. Okay, Garisteth has... We need to figure out where Garisteth what Garrist's vibe is, which is a whole thing. Freaking okay. All right. But my point for that is just not thing. Okay. Is sorry, I'm getting hugely distracted. Anyone who's new to the stream, this is how the stream usually goes. I get very distracted and get off topic, and then we get dragged back on. And I promise we're gonna get dragged back on. But we wanted Spencer is the current court mage. And then we're gonna mention the court mage by name, Spencer, and then we're going to mention the whole thing about how they don't have their own history of scholarship, so it becomes a weakness. And advisor is spelled wrong. That is an important advisor. Okay. I'm guessing the College of Divination is like the weird exception to that. But anything else is okay. So boom, 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 boom. Oh, hang on. I didn't even need to do that. I just needed to... Alright, turns out this whole, there was one little switch I had to flip. Yeah, see? That's the switch I had to flip, which... That's the one, Christoph was trying to reference earlier, which showed me that I didn't have it, which means we can just go like this and that. Okay. I don't know what I did with that, but that's okay. You know, how you do. Okay, now, boom, 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 boom. Okay, so we're going back here. I'll show what I got. No, we had, pop this down. There we go. This is what I have so far. On actually editing what I was supposed to be editing. Which is editing the, court mage. What's the court mage's name? This is important. Spencer. And, group of apprentices. Okay, so, yes. He has a group of apprentices, apparently. How to segue? This is the important question. How do we segue into, Right. Okay. Bob. Okay, hang on. I promise I'm actually editing Greyhawk Wiki right now. With the exception, the seems frivolous and useless, and is generally shamed out of large. Is um no and Lady Amara ensure, not insure. Hang on. Nope. Wrong one. To guarantee their loyalty. Okay, that is what we got. Okay. Boom. All right. Come on. Wait, what? Why is this? Okay, now we have to fix the formatting. City of Unsea is... Let's try that with the formatting. Beautiful. There we go. Look. We got now we got like actual, we're getting somewhere with the page. Like, look at the notable individuals. I think there's probably some Russian. Okay, now let's see what else we got. Okay, so we have more information on Selenden, 13th level priestess of Weejas, 6 feet, and with her platinum blonde hair and light blue eyes, she is a truly striking figure, nearing her 46th year. Crow's feet add gravity to already imposing appearance. Her black robes offset her cold beauty, and the neck chain of gold opals, rubies, and silver miniature skulls add a sinister power to her. Personality, she has little Suel blood in her, despite the nature of power she worships, and she's loyal to Emara. So she's not Suel by blood, but she still worships Ujas. Enjoys being a big fish in a pond, which she isn't so very small, since Unsi is sizable. She likes the power she has over others, and she enjoys the freedom she has to develop and work magic with little interference from the annoying Guild of Wizards. She is polite but wholly uninvolved. Relations with Spencer, since Spencer specializes in abjuration, and Selendem is most interested in elemental illusion and divination magic. Their interests overlap little. Travels to Farland regularly to consult the library. Her research concerns Pre-Iridian settlements and peoples of the Flanness, and she will pay well for books or sources of information about such matters. Interesting. She has a good library of her own and dark magic artifacts and rarity, especially those of alleged Earthland origin. Her home is filled with relics and trinkets from Hempenland, and she has visited there several times, though she does not reveal what she learned or observed in the wild and wondrous land. Ooh, she went to Hempenland. That's pretty... Okay. I mean, it's still pretty blah, but... Okay, if I go Hempenland... Where's Hempenland is down here, right? No, Hempenland is south. That's the Emedo jungle. Hempenland. Yeah, Hempenland is here. This little peninsula to the south. I guess it's an island. South of the Scarlet Brotherhood's peninsula that has a technical name that I can never remember. Tilvanop Peninsula. So there's that, and then the swamp, and then Sundi. Okay. Right, and their control of the sea princes because of by water. Okay. Sorry, I'm trying to remember my geography a bit. But, okay, so if North Kingdom's there, Relast, Roland, okay, so Unsi's here. Alright, so we're here. I still gotta figure out what the deal with that, is. But what I was, thinking was, then we got Drax the Invulnerable. 9th level fighter, 11th level mage, AC varies. In plate mail, +5. Shield not used. Else normal animus. AC if ready for spell casting. 64. Alignment of lawful evil. Now undisputed despot of his city. 62 years old, but as an animus, he does not have to worry about aging. He's 5'9", black-haired, green-eyed. Unusual combination for one who's almost pure-blood Iridian. Drax is less afflicted by insanity or instability than many of his kind. He is very rational, calculating, and his dry, bleak sense of humor. His goal is to slay the Overking. Of course. Well, actually, he might have succeeded, right? Because technically, didn't the Overking just kind of disappear when Roxas went thwop? Or whatever happened to Roxas? It got into a whole, Client's long-term strategy is all about Ivid's disease and claims the Overking must die soon, but he doesn't believe it. I know that's why he'll cling to his existence if someone rips the head. From his shoulders, so Drax waits and schemes and builds alliance and resources. He doesn't much care who becomes Overking after Ivid, so long as it isn't a blood relative of the Overking. Well, for this reason, House Darman has just begun making overtures to Drax, and initial negotiations have gone well. Okay, House Darman is the one with, that, Lord Amara came from before she married into the family and, renounced them. Combined army of Demaran and Malastran forces with unseen aid could prevent a formidable threat to Roxas. Okay, but... okay, so... She's a 10th level fighter. 39, 5'9", with honey blonde hair and green hazel eyes. She is not beautiful, being somewhat overweight and coarsely featured, but she's an easy familiarity with people and can put others at ease when she so chooses. Natural evil is kept in check by her need to balance forces within her own city and keep Drax content with her rulership. Oh, she's evil. Okay, cool. However, in private she has little but contempt for most people she knows, and especially unattractive feature of her personality is a combination of unforgivingness and malice toward those brought low in life by misfortune or calamity. One friend is Cylindon, whose evil strikes a chord with Amara, and whose knowledge of far-flung lands and exotic history makes her an intriguing companion. The two sometimes drink wine long into the night, fantasizing about power and rulership that they would like to do and all the many imaginary enemies they believe haunt them. Jireen of the Five. Okay. Part of the time, his doppelganger obsession consumes him. He's the ability of 15th. He casts the same detection and scrying spells over and over, trying to find the monster, which of course he never does. Almost impoverished from hiring mercenaries to track down the doppelganger. Despite his madness, his lack of fun is beginning to concern him. Of course, he believes the doppelganger has stolen much of his gold to stop him from hiring people to track it down. Jireen is even beginning to contemplate the sale of some of his magical items he possesses. The DM should determine these to suit the campaign. The goal is a good short adventure would be to try to prevent him from doing so in case of an innately evil item. Alternately, adventure would be getting a good deal on the items the Mad Mage possesses. Okay, so Marshval. Alright, so this is... interesting. So personality of the free cities. The question then becomes... Hang on, let's go to Unsee. Smuggler's Walk, Farland, Gull Cliffs, Greldon. I'm trying to see if... Roland... Okay, no, so... Okay, Fiend Sage... Alright, so travel and Relastra the city. Okay, hang on. Relastra. Travel, armies and forces, merchant, arm hand. Okay, so Fiend Sage. Alright, I'm trying to see if this is for all of them, and if so... Okay. That's a list of all of the people in the free cities, which includes... Okay. Fair enough. I think, given that it's 11:30, and I was gonna end the stream at 11, I think we're in a good place. But, we're gonna obviously have to, when we get notable people, have to put, more information on, Seldon, and well, maybe we'll put her in notable people now, and then oh, sorry, I forgot that this wasn't up. So what they do have is they have a section, Roland, and 5 has been for many years, none of the 5, okay, so the 5 is being a, one of Roland's. Okay, so that's good. Good to know. Alright. So, Unsee, and then personalities of Free City is I mean, no, I'm just gonna... anyone who knows Ivid the Undying, you know, will know exactly as much about the Free Cities as I do. Although, because I only have one source, you know, so far. And, yeah. So, okay, let me put, 13th level Priestess of Rejas. Okay, she's a, 13th level Priestess of Wejas. Okay, so, let me go here. We're gonna go notable individuals. We're gonna, add, we're gonna add the, Cell and Den. Okay. Cell and Den. 13th. Intelligence of 16, wisdom of 18. Does not specify any further stats, but it should be a start anyway. Maybe, actually, instead of putting her here, maybe we should give her her own page. Probably should give her her own page. Yeah, we're gonna give her her own page. Yeah, but the freaking... I mean, it's not exciting, and honestly... Well, anyway. Someone has to put this in, and I didn't know any, you know, it was frustrating, and I filled a niche, so I guess we just do this now. But... Let me see something real quick. Mike Disney is, I mean, yeah, but I feel like she's cool enough to deserve her own page, and she has stats. I feel like she has stats should deserve her own page. Or maybe a page with a redirect to here. That might work, because, you know, I feel like if we might be able to get a redirect for her, because, I don't know. But that's a problem for another day. Right now, we're gonna raid Mike Disney, if no one objects, because Mike Disney is awesome. A very good friend of the Greyhawk community, and just generally cool, and he's painting an Overgord. So, you know, it's a vibe. Let's do it. Oh, wait. Before, we raid, I want to add something, my Discord, personal Discord, if you want to hang out. We do Greyhawk once a week, and, other stuff, on other days of the week, and I've been going back to posting the schedule, if you're interested. Nope. Really? Okay, hang on. Is that, and, yeah. That's about it. Thank you for watching, the stream. Tomorrow I'm gonna be streaming, around 1:30, if everything goes according to plan. We'll see you all then. Okay, now we're reading.